Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Guys, this is super exciting. A few days ago I did a video where we had a look at some borders for the Game Boy Advance core, the upcoming work in progress cycle accurate Game Boy Advance core for the MiSTer FPGA that's being developed by none other than Robert Peip, the absolutely amazing developer that brought us the impossible N64 core, the absolutely crazy PlayStation core, the PlayStation 1 core, and they've already given us a Game Boy Advance core, which to my knowledge was absolutely amazing. But apparently he can make even more accurate, even more cycle accurate, and that's what he's doing. With that new core, we have the ability to add borders. Dinierto from Dinierto's design kind of kickstarted the whole process, and now what's amazing is the community are getting involved. I sound excited because I am excited. Look how darn good it looks. So we've got some new ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some game specific ones, and after that we're going to look at some general ones and kind of wrap up the video. But look at this, if you want to play Gunstar Superheroes on your Game Boy Advance, well, there's no better way of playing it now than running a game-specific Gunstar Superheroes border that has been produced by Aleem. Aleem recently, the guy's been on fire. He's been delivering wallpapers, and in fact, yesterday we did a live stream and we challenged him during the live stream to make a video for an upcoming Metal Gear game coming out for the Mega Drive, a port of the Metal Gear game, and the guy was like, hold my beer. 5 minutes later, we had it and we showed it live on stream. But yeah, Gunstar Heroes is banging. It's one of the best games on the Game Boy Advance, and what a better way to play it. But stick around, let's have a look at some more because these borders are groovy, baby. Look at this absolute beauty of a Pokemon border. Well, what are Pokemon called? I think we got Charmander and we got Bulbasaurus, right? There you go. My Pokemon knowledge is absolutely bad boy. But guys, what a way to play Pokemon. Let me tell you a Pokemon joke. How'd you get Pikachu onto a bus? Yeah, Pokemon. I'll show myself out. Actually, I'll show you the next game, but this looks absolutely great. A great Pokemon border for one of the best Pokemon games out there. I'm probably one of the only people out there that doesn't really know much about Dragon Ball Z, but one thing I do know is that border is excellent. If Dragon Ball Z Advanced was one of your favorite games growing up, well, you've now got an excellent border to go with it. And I did notice Banpresto came up at the beginning when the game booted up, so already I know this game is going to be quality. Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Guys, this game is fantastic. This is very, very special to me because when I first got my Game Boy Advance, this was one of the first games I got on there, and it kind of got difficult to play because some parts of this game are dark, and remember the original Game Boy Advance, it didn't have a backlight. But that's not a problem these days because hey, we're playing on LCD screens right now. We're playing on a bright screen on a MiSTer FPGA with a fantastic matching border. Guys, this game is bliss. Play this, absolutely love it. And when you start, he's very, very slow until he goes off to the right over there and gets these boots. Once you get these boots, it's like getting a pair of Nike trainers. Oh my god, he's so slow when he's walking there, but enjoy the borders. There you go. Now you can run around and the game feels a little bit more accessible. From Circle of the Moon to Harmony of Dissonance. Aleem, if you're watching, we really need an Area of Sorrow one. That is unanimous. It's the best Castlevania game on the Game Boy Advance without a doubt. If you think Harmony of Dissonance or Circle of the Moon is better, then let me know exactly why. I want to hear your reasoning. By the way, this opening scene is epic. That big thing can't kill you. Spoiler alert, should have said it first, but it was just amazing. First time I played it, I ran for my life thinking, what the heck is this game? As soon as I've started it, I got this giant thing chasing me, about to kill me, and well, now I can just wave my chain whip at it and say, jump down there, you little dude. But yeah, look at the border for it. Looks absolutely amazing. By the way, after watching the Castlevania like Netflix show, I used to call him Just Belmont, but apparently it's Just Belmont. Just. Anyway, let's move over to the next game. Love the Castlevania stuff. Love the borders. Wake up! Guys, this is Golden Sun, and this is like regarded as one of the best RPGs on the Game Boy Advance. I remember when it came out, my brother bought it, absolutely loved it, went on to play the sequel, said the sequel wasn't as good. But you know what is darn good? You know what I'm going to say, is that freaking border, man. It just looks fantastic. So if you want to get back into Golden Sun, play this epic adventure. Why not play it with this darn border? Now let's take a walk downstairs. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, this is Area of Sorrow, but what the heck is Alucard doing in this? Right, guys, This is a ROM hack. It's called Castlevania Serenade Under the Moon, and it's got Alucard in there, and it's based on Symphony of the Night, including the colors and some of like the level layout. There you go, that looks very Symphony of the Night. I mean, we're missing those blocks that you smash, but hey, while we're looking at the game, we're looking at this, man. This border here, this is a specific PCN one, man. And yeah, I really do think it looks banging. So yeah, it looks really good. Thanks Anime Otaku for doing this. And yeah, this is a really good ROM hack, guys. If you do a Google search, do it for Castlevania Serenade Under the Moon. It's a hack of Aria of Sorrow, and it brings Alucard over to your Game Boy Advance. Just like the Castlevania games, I like Metroidvania games, and one half of Metroidvania is Metroid. This is Metroid Zero Mission. I was going to say Metroid Zero Mission. There's 2 Metroid games for the Game Boy Advance. Anime Otaku's done wallpaper for both of them. This is Zero Mission and the other one is Fusion. Both of them are really good. I'd say I like both of them exactly the same. I can't decide which one I like better. But what's really good about this as well, the attract mode for this. If you want to see what the later powers look like in the games, and you want to get some tips for the game, well, just let the game run, and this is what's happening. It's showing you all the stuff, it's showing you some of the later powers, but more importantly, the borders just look great. Just the way Samus is there on the right, and I just really think Anime Otaku has nailed it with these, because I know while he was doing a lot of this stuff, when you try and add text to it, it just doesn't come out very nice due to the low resolution. So he kind of left the text out, and he's letting the images speak for themselves, and I think they look really good, because remember, a lot of this stuff will look really good on a Game Boy, but if you're using these borders and you're playing it on like a massive 65-inch screen, some of the stuff might look a little bit blurry. But I really do think Anime Otaku's really nailed it with what he is doing. When Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the revival, came out for the Game Boy Advance, I was super happy. It only had 4 buttons, it had 2 buttons missing, and it had like this funny control scheme where you press buttons, I think a little bit longer, you double tap them. I think you could pick in the option menu. It was just really, really weird, but it was a great way to play one of my favorite games on a handheld. Not exactly CPS2, but honestly, this was a lot of fun against the CPU. But look how great the borders look. Like, you've got all of the characters on the borders around there looking absolutely fierce and fantastic. A game that we know struggles on the Super Nintendo on certain emulators, because this one's quite a difficult one to run. So whenever I get like a new emulation device, one of the games I run on a Super Nintendo emulator is Yoshi's Island. Well, this isn't exactly that. Well, kind of. This is Super Mario Advance 3, which has the game Yoshi's Island on there. Believe it or not, this is actually the first time I played Yoshi's Island was actually on the Game Boy Advance. I never ever played it on the SNES, and I was like, wow, what a great game. But I have to say, after a few worlds, it gets really, really difficult. But again, the borders for that looking fantastic, taken straight out of the game, and it just looks really, really cool. So what's really cool here is we have a lot of borders for the Game Boy Advance, and they are really, really good. So over here now, we're going to have a look at some, and we'll breeze through some because there's a lot that we looked at. So I wanted to kind of show the game specific ones because I thought they looked really, really good. And no doubt as time goes on, we're going to get more community efforts. So Anime Otaku has made these awesome game specific borders, as well as these latest designs from Dinierto, where he has got some Game Boy micro designs. I'm just going to open the menu, and in this part here, we are just going to go through and check out a few borders. So there you go. That's that one there, the 20th anniversary for the Game Boy Advance Micro, but you can have it in black if that's what you want. Let's load another one. Let's load Pearl Blue. And again, guys, it just looks really, really nice. Let's go back into borders. Let's go out of folder. So that's the Anime Otaku ones, and he's done Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Dragon Ball Z, Advanced Adventure, Golden Sun, Gunstar Heroes, Metroid Fusion. Oh, there are 2 for Metroid Fusion. Right, okay, that's interesting. Metroid Zero Mission, Ninja 5 fantastic game. Even a PCN1, fantastic. We've got Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, Super Mario Advance 3, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Zelda the Minish Cap. Sorry, that's Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Revival. Need to get the name right. So those are all the game specific ones. And then we've got a whole bunch of general ones out there. We've got some that we had a look at previously. We've got stuff like the Mr. Kun one that just gives it that Mr. theme. Again, it's just really, really good. It's completely up to you how you wish to play your Mr. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. In fact, even Arcade Karen has gotten in on the fun. These ones aren't available via the update. If you want them, Arcade Karen at some point tells me that she will get her GitHub in order, and you can download those manually. But everything you've seen so far is available via the updater, apart from the Arcade Karen one. That will be a manual install. If you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll try and tell Karen to hurry up. So community ones, do expect to see more in here. And there's some really good ones. Then we've got the normal ones, the Game Boy and the GameCube and Game Boy Advance player one. And again, some really, really cool ones here. And it's completely up to you how you want to play it. Like for me personally, I really, really like these. So I'm going to kind of end it there by running my one over here. Thanks, Anime Otaku, for doing a PCN border. But I really do hope you liked it. If you want to know how to get this up and running for yourself, I've got a video that I did previously that shows you how to add these manually, as well as the easy option where you can grab these via update tool. I'll leave a link to that video in the description of the video. Do check it out. Enjoy these borders. It's just a great way of enjoying your classic games, and it adds a nice touch to the Game Boy Advance. But that's it for this video, guys. Be super duper awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.